Okie. Hey, you guys. I am making it on again. I am so happy. I'm going to get through part 2. As I was sitting here quietly, giving myself a moment, I was trying to find the matching pictures I wanted to show with this. So before I go into part 2, which is going to be incredible, I wanted to show you this one photo, this one that you see here. And the reason this is the one photo that I'm grabbing out to kind of let you know that I'm going to have a part 2 of William, I went back to the video, and what it shows is absolutely incredible. So this is what you're looking at right here. This is, I'm going to say, the most important photo in that video. And I'm going to tell you why. For those who don't know what I'm talking about, my first video tonight, not part 1, my first video tonight was about William right here. And the video actually gave me more information than I actually ever anticipated. And with that being said, I went back. It was his anniversary was yesterday, and I went back, and the information is going to blow your minds, and I will do that tomorrow. I went through it, and I'm not really clear on how the authorities don't know what's in this video. I just will not understand ever how the authorities don't see what's in the videos. Because how I'm going to do this is tomorrow I'll do part 2. And I also will have something that I will send in. I will try. I always do try by sending stuff in. So this here is someone with a mask over their whole face, and with the hat on their head that I could say confidently represents this group. Whoever is wearing this hat is a really important piece of the puzzle. This is the hat. And this is how spirit works. Son of a gun. Wow. Oh my goodness. No shit. This is unbelievable that this just did this. I went to go open up my photos, because before I was looking for this hat that's on the fisherman, but as I just opened up the photos, it gave me this one. So I'm putting it out there. The tip of this hat, this is the same video, has names on it. Understand that the names change. Okay? So here the mask is over the face. That's the hat, and that's one name. This name is different. So as you move through the video, that name changes. See, it doesn't stay the same. This one says cry, CRY, or CRV, CRVA. This one is SERV. So the letters shift. This hat, the first time I saw this hat was on the fisherman. Okay? The second time I saw the hat was on the Beeston Bunch, in the car who I think was Kylie Rodney. The third time I saw this hat was in between frames of Benny in the car, not wearing this hat. Benny doesn't wear this hat. But all of a sudden, in the middle of the video, there's the hat. So this hat, I'm putting it out there. If the authorities ever find this hat at any of the crime scenes, it's a Summer Moonwell's missing child. I am telling you this right now. If this is ever found, it's a Summer Moonwell's missing child's case. I am putting that out there. Okay? So I will be going over more of this tomorrow because I can't just let it go, because there's way too much more to put out there. So on that note, we're going to continue to go on to part 2. Part two, nugget 2. 1 second. Nugget 2. Okay. Oh, 1 second. Thought I had it up here. Oh my goodness. Journal entry. Oh, nugget 3 I saved it as. Hilarious. Okay, I see why. Okay, so this is what we're doing tonight. We are continuing where I left off from part 1. I stopped, actually, I think it was the tires. It was on page 36. Before we get to page 36, and I'm going to bring you guys, I'm going to just say hello also. Before we get to page 36, what we were talking about At first was this photo. How these are the same people. And I brought in showing how this here looks the same to me. And then I ended with going into the tires. So even though I'm not starting right with the tires, I'm getting there because I decided to start with something else because it showed itself, right? First of all, everybody, welcome on in. Hi, Muffin Top, my amazing mod. Hi, Jay. Rumple Long here, Colleen. Hi, Rachel. Deceit thrives in confusion. Long gone. I don't know if I said Colleen. Everything I do and say falls under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, right? Because of that, hi Rachel, because of that, I'm able to go over all the information that I am. Hi Mary C. Hi Jean. Hi Lisa. Let's see. Oh, Ductus. Hello. All right, so listen, this is for entertainment and educational purposes. And I'm just another channel with another thought, right? I bring in people from YouTube to tell you what I see in my third eye and to explain the story through the images so you could see them better than seeing nothing, right? What you see in front of you, they're doing something with technology. I'm telling you, there's something that obviously is running this thing and it's high tech. That I've talked about many times. But what I want to bring back today is Ernie Shell. Ernie Shell's information. What I've been doing here, you guys, after I'm going to be at 700 videos, is narrowing things down. Like I'm trying to focus in on the most important picture that represents what I'm talking about. So just like how I just said, this is the photo because we have the hat, because this is the hat. This is what I mean. Like this here won't change. This isn't going to change. It's not going to get any better than this. I'm going to show you the ones that match like this. So that's an example. What I'm showing you here is the same kind of a thing. What you're looking at here in all these things here isn't going to get any better than what you're seeing. This is part of the game they're playing. This is part of taking the children. That is part of it. That's the little teeny piece of equipment. This speaks to people in their language. It speaks to them in their language. So when I say we're at that point where when I show something like this, this is the part of the equipment that helps out the electrical side. This is absolutely positively real. This is called the phone, the fake phone. When I say, oh, that they're not holding on to a phone. This is a very important piece of the puzzle. See that stick on the bottom? That white stick? The little, it's right here. This is the most important piece that you're looking at. Oh man, this is the most important piece. But this is as best as it's going to get. Everything we're looking at goes within these I don't know, the torture rooms. I don't know what they're doing, but it's dark. And there's a purple light. And Ernie's photos here aren't going to get any better to show this room with the purple or blue light. It just isn't. This is called the equipment. And these are things I'm showing you today in the second half. But for some reason I had to bring this up. These are the little pieces that you see, you know, in the darkness where it makes it look like it's flying in the sky, but it isn't. It's in a dark black room with that color. This is part of the game. This is part of it. These little, I'm showing this because I know this is the best you're going to get and the closest you're going to get to these little teeny chips. These little chips are the ones that have the little critter faces on them, you guys. These are created like that. See? This is the best photo that you're going to get of these. And I want to show this to you up front because the information is really coming together tight, where I'm going to narrow it down to one photo. That's my goal. One photo that will best describe the elements that we have in hundreds, if not thousands of photos, right? This is an element. And this is the smallest little microchip, right? But it's an element like this, you guys, that is shown in those little, here, in Ryan Upchurch's little glasses. You see, these are all the same, and they're showing in that dark room. Here's his glasses, see? Those little things flying in the darkness. And this is what's flying in Ernie Shell's videos. And this is why it was important to bring this up tonight. They could be as big as you think they are, and they can be as small as a microchip, these things. Because Ernie has them in here. They're in that darkness. And it's what's in the darkness here in Ryan Upchurch's glasses. So because so much information now is going to revolve around this information and these what I call solid pieces of elements. I really wanted to show you how important it is. There's always a blue light or a purple light. How I don't just pull this shit out of my ass and say, I think I'm going to go with this thing. Well, that little stick there and that is all part of what you see in the glasses. And see how it's in the darkness here? It's because this is the closest you're going to get to what this is. He's just showing it here in his glasses. He's showing what is here. He is showing what is getting bright, like the blue light, the blue one, and the dark. So they do this kind of reverse with colors. Let me show you. What Ryan Upchurch has in his glasses is this. Oh, I may have to turn it, but here I'll show you. It's that. So I have to turn it. Wait. So I know my elements really well. That's why I could do this really fast. So what I'm telling you is this is Ryan Upchurch's. This is Ernie's. Is Ryan is just retelling this story. You see, they've just reversed the colors. There's an L up there too. All he did was reverse the colors. It doesn't, to me, I see it. See, we turn this a little bit and you see it even better. See? Because I know my elements, you guys, and you guys, see them also, you see how this fits. That's the big one. But this is the one that I want to, well, let me grab it. My goodness. So that's that. Let me grab this. You see it. It goes on there. So thank you for those ones. That's why it's important for me to show you this, because all of this is getting pulled together. Those are the little chips. So all those little teeny shapes could be as small as that or as big as something else. This was the same video. What Ernie is showing in his video is the same storyboard that fits the sacrifices. So let's see. His information on his phone, you would almost think came from Brian Kohlberger, that guy that's telling Brian Kohlberger's story, right? I mean, what he's showing here is what's on the tree of William that I just showed you. So I'm showing you this information that's coming from Ernie, right? Because this is the best that you're going to get of what I'm showing you today. Like Ernie's is quite amazing. Very amazing. And It doesn't matter how they're telling the story. The reason I'm able to pull this shit so quickly together is because I was told this story before I was even introduced to Summer Moon. So could you imagine someone sitting you and telling you the story of Summer Moon, and then all of a sudden seeing it come true on YouTube fucking under deep fake shit? You'd be like, wait, I see the story. And you'd be able to tell it like I'm telling it. It is important to understand that this stuff here that you're looking at it's just a match to everything that I'm showing you here today. The things that you see inside Ernie's video and flying in the darkness is no different than what they're showing here, which I call Kylie Rodney's sacrifice. This is happening in the darkness. It's the same situation that what's happening in Ryan's darkness that is happening in Ernie Shell's darkness. And that's happening in Ryan Upchurch's glasses. That's the point. You see, these elements are showing up in the darkness. The elements match Ernie Shell's, Ryan's. These stories match through the elements. They are in here. The middle one, you guys, understand this. The middle one is from Brian Kohlberger. You understand? The ones on either side are Ernie's. There is no difference. There is no difference. They are telling the same story. These are the same. Period. There's no difference. What is happening in this photo and the shit that appears in this photo, the actions in this photo, and all the little pieces that I just showed you are here because it's telling the story here as well. So what I mean by that is this thing right here that thing right there is telling the story of whatever is hanging out of this guy's back pocket. Because it's the same element, they're still talking about this element. Wait, let me open it up wider. I want you to notice these are all crazy looking critters. But that is what Ernie is showing. And you see that cross on top? You see that cross? Those are common elements. That show up. These. This is no different than what Ernie Shell is showing in his phone. This is the point. This is why I'm on YouTube, is to explain to the best of my ability how this stuff is all the same. And that when you see it, here's Ernie's brighter. When you see it, you are to remember that this is about the children and their story here. Whoever is telling the story here is telling the exact one in Brian Kohlberger's. Put this over here. They're telling the same one. If you look above the word part 1, one of the most, seriously, the most critical piece of the puzzle is to know that all these teeny little boxes have that metal piece across the top. So the other night when I said, oh, this is so spiritual, this is Kylie Rodney's, I'm like, it even had the metal pieces. Those are the metal pieces I'm talking about that match this. See how this and that, there's like a heart with it? Same with Ernie. See, there's a heart above the line. I'm going to show, let me point it out. Here's the heart, and this is the maroon box. You can't see it, but this is the bar. Here's the L. And over here, here's the heart, here's the bars. There's a heart over here with a bar. There's a heart here with a bar. There's one in here. So this here is showing a bigger heart. And Ernie's showing the same situation, you see. There's the boots. So this one happens to have, I'm calling it Kylie Rodney's shirt. It's doing the same thing. And I'm sticking to it that this guy looks like this. And that. And that. And that this is the same situation. I match this up and I stick to it. Ryan Upchurch's glasses are to the right. That's what reflects in his sunglasses. And to the left is Summer Moon Wells's to me, the number one photo. That was the photo that Don used when he was talking about the resurrection. And this is, I believe, where I ended. I wanted to go into tires in the trucks. This is summer moon. To me, this is a different summer moon. This is not the summer moon that we know of. This is a different one. But when they show a summer moon like this, they're just telling the story. They never were using the photos just to show the photos. Ever. This summer moon here, somehow these small little tires are part of it. Not sure how the car winds up looking like this, like it's split and then there's some red in it. But this is a summer moon Wells missing child. This child is one with no name. No name, you guys. Every photo that they show has a meaning to it. There isn't one photo here that doesn't mean anything. All the elements are always within the photo. I am quite certain that this is what's going on here. And this was my discussion in part 1. I feel extremely strong about putting it out there that Kylie Rodney's story is stuck within these photos. I feel extremely comfortable saying that. And whoever put this together did a really good job keeping the information clear. If you look at each arm, look inside the bottom of the sleeve. I'm going to zoom in to the bottom of both sleeves. This here is sacred ground, and I'm sticking to it. This here is pretty much the closest you're going to get to these elements. Someone put this out there, and then it was taken down. So these are the elements. These are them, you guys, and this to me is Kylie Rodney. I don't know how else to put it, but these are Kylie Rodney's. All of these hearts, all of these little boxes, all the little critters that are going to show up. Look at all the green faces. It's going to show up because this is hers. And I'm quite certain that this is it. So I don't know. I've asked so many times Ryan Upchurch's help. Let me brighten this up a little bit more. There. Could even brighten it up. There we go. It's in there. And the law enforcement should do something about this, because This isn't faked in here. This isn't fake news. Turn it this way and you've got the guy's boots. This guy's boots are just standing right over. The boots are just standing right over her. And let me show you the boots. These boots, you've seen these boots before. Yep. Those boots are pointing right at Kylie Rodney's shirt. That's a snake head. It all matches. All matches. Oh, that's a piece of bone right here. I would say this is a bone right here. That's her bone. Those boots, these are the boots. Yep. So I don't see, hey, anyone knows anyone, just send this shit in. I mean, the picture of her in the car has her in that shirt. I don't know what the problem is. And then this, I wanted to show this. So in case the law enforcement's like, yeah, that is the sheath. We really don't know exactly what it looks like, but I wanted to show this. This comes from the Carnival Guys video. Okay, so this is where you need to pay attention. This is extremely important in pulling my story together. I just found these and I looked at this and I'm like, oh, they're the boots again. Listen to me. Candace, okay, so the other day I listened to my channeling. My channeling was talking about the time. Someone messed up with the time, right? That it was a big fight. They messed up with the time. They fucked up what happened with Summer because of the timing. Blah, 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 blah. To the left, where you see Candace Wells, Tuesday at 5:06 p.m. Most people don't have this, right? I have this because this was then deleted and she changed the time to 6:06. Because someone must have seen that something was wrong with the time. Right? What's in here, in this photo, which is a critical photo, at 5:06 are the boots. The boots that are in this video are the same boots. This is the one that they put up at 5:06. And that Summer, allegedly, I don't think it is, with that dress on. But those boots are the same kind of boots that we see here. See? URL for those ones. And this is something that was deleted. This was deleted because the time was wrong. And she reposted the whole entire thing at 6:06. I think that's Kylie Rodney. It's what I see. Here's where we stopped, by the tires. The tires have been a topic of conversation, actually, in my journal books before Summer Moon Wells even introduced herself. Harmony Montgomery was found within a photo sitting in a tire. Tires are a big part of the movement of these children. I'm not saying they use tires like as part of a major sacrifice. They're using tires to move these children. The tires are interchanged, and I also believe some sort of cement is poured into something to keep these bodies from coming afloat. I believe that very strongly. Tires are interchanged with each other, and Adventures with Purpose shows it super well. What's really, really important in moving these kids is when a car gets turned over like this and the tires are up. That's what I see from this right now. I go through my pictures while I'm talking, and there's compartments and stuff. Like, this is a big way of moving the kids. Very big way of moving the kids, you guys. I'm kind of stuck on that. It's a big one. It's a real big one. These tires that you see here are almost as close as you're going to get to tires under the bridge and showing location. Wait, Harmony. Let's see if I could get that one photo of her. Photo of her sitting in. Oh my God, I got it. Here's Harmony for those who've never seen this one. Harmony Montgomery is one of the children that I call Summer Moon Wells missing children. And this photo is her sitting in a freaking tire. Okay? I kept it. I think that it has a story to tell. Maybe they do something with the markings on the tire. But they have to fit in this tire. These tires right here that you see are being pulled out of the water. We're always seeing throughout my videos the movement of tires inside like a a car garage. These here, they're consistently moving around. Inside this video is again, it's from the carnival guy. What I'm showing you are photos that I believe to be as close as we're going to get to a location and they're really what it looks like. I'm not saying this is he's showing it because he did it. It just happens to be in his video, you guys. Notice the orange bucket. Everything that you see within these videos tell the story, okay? It's really important to understand that the story is being told. I see it, so I'm going to tell you the story. I see the story of the SUMMERWELLS missing children. You may not see it. I'm asking you to notice the elements, so I'm going to repeat it. Here's the red bucket. I want you to notice the elements. In this guy's video, most of the video is showing things going in and out of holes under the trucks that are coming in and out of the bridge. And these holes come and go. This is under the bridge. To me, when I would show you Don Wells's white truck over these holes, now for all I know, this is a small little freaking toy. We don't know, right? But there's a hole in the ground. This is the story. This is the story. There are holes in the ground. And they're under bridges. This is where the kids get taken and gone and switched out. Water. I don't know where this is. I know that it's water. I know there's a hole. I know there's tunnels. I know there's bridges. That's what I know. The sound of water is critical. How this guy looks in the video is just like that. What changes throughout the video is this under the bridge. This changes throughout the video. It reminds me of what you see up here in a video that I pointed out over a year ago, and it was the guy opening the box from the dark web. To me, this is the same situation. There's a hole in the ground. They're going in a hole. They're going in and out. They're moving. Same thing. They're moving. I'm going to show you a close-up of what this guy looks like. This is what he looks like. Those are his fingers, and this is his face. And he has equipment around his fucking neck. What he has around his neck is not a camera so he could go take photos of where he's going. This is equipment. These are elements. This is the point that you saw that goes on the knife sheath, whatever it is, the knife sheath. This. See how the point, see how the point here isn't really connected? This fingernail. This guy is going in. He's going in for a sacrifice. I told you that this thing is going to be as close as you're going to get. He has that thing around his neck. You're probably like, What thing does he have around his neck? He has this thing. Whatever the fuck is around this dude's neck. Oh, see the letters on the bottom? I didn't even notice. Wait, let me turn this. Oh, wow. So these are letters that you would want to see if they match up in other cases here. See what's on the bottom. So that would be important to match up. Yeah, these are around the neck. Look at his face. Look at his fingers. This is what Benny said. He said, oh, I see it too. So whatever these guys are doing, it's the same thing you see that guy getting all ready to go do. And this gets pulled and put in the water. Understand, that tire, those are being pulled out of the water. Out of the water. This is part of what they do. This is what it looks like. This is what it looks like. This. Whatever you're looking at, you guys, is part of the sacrifice. This is part of the process that these children go through. This is not new to them. Things are getting pulled out of the water and placed in the water. These are chunks of cement. They're rocks. They're boulders. Whatever you are looking at is part of the sacrifice. This is what you would find as a trophy. You would find these things, and these are called trophies. These are made of cement, rocks, fossils. You see this? For all you know, that's Summer Moon and all of her shit that's in cement. Yeah, no one's going to realize if this is outside, who's going to stop and look at a chunk of cement that looks like a bag of rocks? They're not. But this stuff is what they're doing. And this is how they're maneuvering. This is how they're moving. These things are moving, you guys. It's moving. And they use the water. The water. This is what it looks like. And this is the information that is completely matched up to my stories for 2.5 years. Nothing's changed. This is what it looks like, you guys. I don't know where this is, but what I can tell you that changes the whole entire time is the information across the way from this bridge. This information doesn't stay consistent. It changes the whole time, like this. Whatever they are doing is pulling things up and out of wherever that is, the water, the tunnel by the water, the whole, like if I went back to my first reading that I had right before I met Summer, you guys could find that reading. It was about going to the sand, where the sand meets the road, and digging until you found a string. When you find that string, you pull it. Pull it. And that should bring you to the children, but the children that I saw were sedated. Kind of like this, but it wasn't the water. In my version, it was where the sand was meeting the road. And it was on a road where I saw, it was a very quiet town, like no one there, but they just put a new, it was like a gas station with a new store in the gas station. And I think I gave the way it was facing. So they weren't in the water, they were, oh, look what's happening with this one. They were against, they were against a road, side of a road, not the water. So like if someone were to ask me that maybe this is across from the water because they did it that way, I don't know. But I gather that this guy could pull that string and get to the children. That's what I get. Look at that. Do you guys see that face? That smiling face? How crazy is that? How freaking cool is that? No one wants to own this shit? Come on, someone's got to come forward and explain all of this. Look at this smiley face in the water. You guys see that? Really cool. But this here is a location. Do I know if it's the location? No, but they're showing the story and they're showing the elements, right? They're showing the equipment. This here is the number 5 box. This is part of the equipment that you've seen, but you've never seen it like this. No. You've never seen it like that. Turn it upside down. And you've got what I showed you in Ryan Upchurch's glasses. Turn this shit upside down. And there's your number 5 box. Right there. So the smaller, in the beginning, like 2.5 years ago, I'd be like, the smaller you go, the smaller you go, the more detailed, finer information you're going to see. So you don't want to get yourself in a whirlwind like I did and kept going smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller until like I don't even know where, like I got lost I got literally lost within these photos. I'm like, oh shit, there's a lot here. There's a lot. And this is a lot here. This is what it shows. So as we get deeper into this video, it gets messier and more obvious what they're doing. So now it's showing the stuff that's coming out of the mud. This is like in the mud, and there is a bag of rocks. Now, we know that there's cement has something to do with it, right? This is what they are pulling out of the ground. You guys, these are all trophies. These are trophies. Okay? So, I'm not really quite sure how this photo is like so disturbing, but yet will be so okay. It's really disturbing. All of this shit is disturbing. It's all disturbing because it's everything we've been talking about as far as moving this stuff. Cement, rocks, water, tunnel, bridges. They're pulling shit out. Now, this stuff is in barbed wire. This guy is looking down to a person. So what I'm gathering is this shit is getting cement poured on them. I think this is going down with the weight of cement. That's what I think. I think they pour cement. I think they pour cement in the tire. And it goes down with the tire. This is my reading. Let me Okay, so this is what I'm saying. That the tire, okay, here it goes. The tire goes down with cement along with the head or the body or whatever this is. That person that's tied goes down with the tire and the cement. When they go get it out of the water, it comes up and out with these cars because they're tires. That's what they're doing. And these tires are getting picked up with companies like Adventures with Purpose. That's what it is. Look at, this is all being pulled up, and that is a hole in the ground. Like, it's right there, you guys. We are looking at it. This is the guy from the carnivals video. Remember, this is the guy who I had the first photo. And I'm sticking to it. Like these are holes in the ground that need to be found. Like, if I were to hit the road and go look for stuff, I would be under tunnels, under bridges, and looking for broken up rocks just like this. Like an area. See the smiley face and the heart? They're fucking with us. You know that they're telling the story. Right? You all know that this is what it's doing, right? These are all trophies. These are trophies, smiley faces and hearts. Yeah, tires. And this is all the mesh. This is the mesh. Is it the remains in the tire with the cement? Yes. Yeah. It's in the tire with the cement. Remember this? Wait, let me go to the cement makers. Let me go a couple more of these. The cement makers, remember they were pouring little pieces in, like bony things in the cement and putting, they had tires. I don't know what they're doing. This is what's his face's Fred Hill's property from Ziggy's video. I think that this was important. Put it that way. I'm putting it in here because it's fucking important. And what they're taking out is just like what you see here. Fred Hill's property is to the left. And they're taking all that stuff out. This is where you could find the remnants. This is as real as it gets. I want you to notice the hole. Okay, so remember I said they put tires in cars or whatever over the hole in the ground? Let me brighten this one up. So I'm going to crop everything else out around this so you could focus in on the fact that they put a tire on the ground here over a hole in the ground. You see this? This is a hole in the ground. There's no reason there should be a hole in the ground where the tire's laying. None. It doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense. There is the little critter in there. But so when I say, there I made a better color, that they are by the water, and when you pull those tires, like you pull the string, there's a hole in under there. There is a hole. I can't say it any louder, but this is the vehicle that gets you underground to the next location. Like, this is where shit is moved. They don't move anything where you could see it from above. When they take it out from somewhere, it's either being covered by a car or a bridge or a tunnel. They could put a car over it, an RV over it, and it pops up into the car. You never know. You don't see where it's coming and going from unless you have eyes under the ground. If you put eyes under the ground, you'll see it. Here's my question. I started out with the hat. All of a sudden in this carnival guy's video, this hat appears, but let me tell you what's under the hat. A fucking head. A head. Just like how they showed it in William's video. And I'll show you. Understand that this is from the carnival guy. He's the one who just showed this picture. This is his video. Hole in the ground. A tire. Then we go to this. The same hat that we started with. This is from William from Australia's video. This is the carnival guy's video. End of the video. This is the same kind of a hat, you see. I crop it and brighten it up. You have a whole nother story. That's a bloody head. It's a bloody something. Whatever that is telling a story. And the reason I know, just like I'm going to say over and over and over, is because what is surrounding this hat are the elements, you guys. It becomes, once you understand that this is a real thing and it's going to keep happening unless someone blows the whistle. These little teeny little pictures tell the story. And this hat is a game changer. It really is. Big time. That's Fred Hills to the left. And to the right comes from this video. That's what's happening to the hat. The information that shows here is what's happening in the water. This information is showing the same information as if it was at Kylie Rodney's party. This information is telling the same information is there. You put them by each other and it shows the same message. It's the same message, you guys. One's green, the other one is just part of a different part of the process. But these are all called critters. Critters. The only thing of importance that they're showing throughout this video is they're showing the story of whatever is happening here. And it has to do with the tires, not the bridge. Because when I watch the video, my eyes bring me to where I need to see. The part that's across, all the way across the way, is a part of the bridge you shouldn't be driving on, right? But this is what shows up there. On this one on the bottom, it's there. And then it's, the top one doesn't show it. But that's not a road, you guys. Like, this stuff comes and goes. So it's coming and going. So it's there and then it's not there. It shouldn't be there at all. So what I'm telling you is there's something that is moving. It's there and it's not there. It's another car. This hole, within seconds, is either filled, it shows like something coming out of it, and then it's gone. What I see is a person's muddy hand, okay, coming out of the hole. Understand that this is within like seconds. Let me show you. That's what's coming out of the hole. And then within seconds, nothing's coming out of the hole. So either they grabbed it out of the hole and it's gone, or it went back in. But something, this to me is evidence that something's coming out of a hole. It's coming out of the hole. There's something in there. There's something in there and then it's gone. That's what we see here. This is common sense. It's there, then it's gone. They're digging a hole so this comes up from somewhere it's not supposed to. And then it goes away. This is super obvious. Because this one's right in front of you guys. You can't turn your eye to this one. It's there and then it's gone. It's what it is. It's there and then it's gone. In this guy from the carnivals video, he is actually showing the placement of these things. This is what I told you. Robert Vaughn made all of these things and put them together like in a way that's supposed to be placed within the earth, right? What you're looking at is like Robert Vaughn put this shit together and it follows this equipment. Okay. So this equipment helps place this shit wherever they're placing it for the resurrection, right? So even though this may look big, this might be as small as the microchip. But this is what you see over here. So this gets all laid out on a map, so it gets placed in the ground according to how it's supposed to. Okay? You see how I had to break this into two? This here, so here's the A, right? Here's the V, here's the V. So it's like here's the 5, here's the 5. Like this stuff, there's the head. This here is how it's supposed to, it's the map of where this shit went. This is the map. Let me show you. 52. You get closer. So I could show you how it really, really, really matches. So Robert Vaughn made this, all of this equipment years and years ago. With the equipment came all of these maps, like these ways of laying it in the ground and how to do it and so forth, right? This here, V and the A, this here, let me grab it, is like the pressure cooker. This here is the pressure cooker. Imagine this is the pressure cooker, and this is it, the equipment. That's a head, right? What this carnival guy is doing is he's creating the same pressure cooker. Let me turn it this way. This here is going to match what Robert Vaughn is creating, because this is this. It's lining it up the way it's supposed to. See, the L is over on that side. So wait, let me turn it this way. So that wasn't a V. It was the L. Copy. So that's Robert Vaughn's, and this is this guy. There we go. There we go. So if they wanted to find this guy's head, it'd be very easy. You follow this. The guy's head would be somewhere to the corner of where these match. It'd be over here. See? See how that's a corner? This is a corner. That's how you find the heads. Literally, I told this to the, oh my God, the law enforcement's probably, oh fuck. How did we not figure this one out? How'd this lady figure it out? This is it. This is the map. Like if someone says, oh, they found the treasure map, this is the map that I said to follow. This and this are the same. It's a pressure cooker. So if you do it this way, what they're telling you is that the head has to be where the corner is, where there's a corner, where the land meets the land at the V. Remember? Let's see. And yeah, that's how they do it. Wish someone could get this to someone who gives a fuck, because this is a match. And this is what I tried to explain. This is what John Wayne Gacy did. You guys, this is what John Wayne Gacy did. It's the same thing. I actually have him in my presentation. He did the same thing. It's mapped out. He gave the maps. He has the same silly drawings on his stuff. These are his drawings. I mean, he does the same thing and he has the same map. This is John Wayne Gacy. He has the same drawings. Look at his silly drawing. That face is no different than the face in here. There's the V. This is Gacy's, you guys. There's the L. He followed the exact same freaking map. No difference. No difference. Let me open this up a little. John Wayne Gacy has the same thing going on. Look. Here, I brightened his up. It's John Wayne Gacy's. Show you something. There's the L. There's the V. These are the sticks. I'm sure there's going to be a pressure cooker somewhere in here. I mean, seriously. We wait 3 minutes and this will show everything. Now understand, you know that the Gacys live less than 2 miles from the Hares, where Grandis grew up. So this is what it is. Every time they show that shit, it's literally telling you where they're putting the head. So where they're putting the head here is by the V, like where the land meets. Let me show you. It would be crop it. Change the color. So whatever they're doing here, it's the same layout, but here it shows where the buggy's coming into, and that's probably coming from a hole in the ground that they made. Lays out the whole freaking thing. It just lays it out. Here's the BTK. BTK laid his out too. This stuff, 54, let me see where it is in here. Some of this goes down. This may be not a very good example. Let me see. This is way too small. Over here. I'd go to this room. Let me. Okay. So I would go to the one that's marked 5. And I would look closer to those little pieces, because whoever has the original drawing, those little dots and pieces have a story, right? So when they're looking at these drawings, they have to decode it. They have to decode it or figure out a way how to decode it. I went over this one. It's SUMMERWELLS Missing Children. They're grabbing these kids, and this is part of the movement. So whatever this is showing with the equipment, I showed it the other day. It keeps disappearing. Like there's things here and then they're gone. So this photo here, I think, is a really clear photo. Let me pull it in for those that are watching small on their phones. This is a very clear photo of the maroon box. This is an amazing photo. I think it shows like the elements so clearly. And then the picture right next to it, which is within moments, shows the box gone. See? It's gone. It's gone. That is something that the authorities really should pay attention to, because that's the maroon box that's the most important thing to the people doing this. The box is there and then it's gone. This shows all the different movements that are going on. Putting this back in here because this is really important. Because these are the sacrifices. What they're showing here are the different movements that are going on within minutes, you guys. It has to be told, and they need to capture every little element. So, let me put these closer. The one to the bottom left shows that. And then if you don't zoom in and you're just thinking it's the same, you're missing the whole point. None of them are the same because this is part of the sacrifice. And this is how they moved the children. It's gone. Do you see? There's a whole thing gone, and it leaves that empty box. It's not the same. It's not the same at all. What they do is they keep the maroon box in the bottom, so who's going to zoom in other than me? This is from the carnival guy. This is from that guy's videos. This is all from his videos. This is all from the same guy. All the same. I showed this the other day that this is from Check It TV. I just really cannot believe how his information was just dead on. And that this is the very best sunglass photo that I have had in 2.5 years. I haven't seen anything that resembles the whole entire sacrifice other than this one. I went over this. Those are the boxes. And this here is the same situation. Those boxes are the same as that box, and the same as these boxes. They're just traveling, and they're just in different stages of their process. This is what the underground looks like, and they're accessed from above. Those are holes that are accessed from above. Well planned out. This was Don B. I love this video of his. He showed from Kylie Rodney something, but it has all the elements in the back seat that I just watch for. I personally got a lot out of this video, and I just thought this was silly. I don't know why he looks like this. But I think that this is extremely telling. I think this means a fucking shitload. The guy from the carnival guy, you guys, again, I'm talking about all these videos, every one of them. I'm talking about, where is it? Where's that guy? Oh, shit. Wait. I'm talking about this guy still. All this comes from this guy's video. So what you see to the left is from this guy's video, and what you see to the right comes from the Wells property. That's what they first showed was on the Wells property, and then they turned it into a paint can. It's a match to all these number 5s. It's the same. The Wells property was one of the first places to show clearly that number 5. And that's become a major staple in everything that I show you guys. Everything. Everything has that. And there it is right in the carnival guy's thing. That there in his shifts and changes and tells different stories, but it's the number 5 that also was found in, this is the number 5 that was found in the Idaho 4's window. The number 5 that I show you in the window that matches so many different places. Matches. It's just one of those staple things. My goodness. When I go back to the look at these, how these now look from the Idaho 4. These are from this is what happened to their photos. Look at this is the Idaho 4. All I did was save the photos. I mean, really? Are we going to say that they have nothing to do with Summer Moon Wells? This is their stuff from their TikToks. This is what happened. This is the Idaho Forest photos. I mean, Eaton. This is, I don't know whose station this is. So these are the same 5s. That was on Timothy at Summer Moon Wells' vigil. A panda. What you see here are photos from the carnival guy on the boat. These are clearly Summer Moon Wells bits of information. Clearly. I'm going to point a couple out just in case you don't see it because it's dark. Here is the silver heart that, my God, this silver heart was also in Benet Ramsey's case. I follow the silver heart right there. Here's the 5. And then there's a silver heart on the foot. Well, connected to the leg, should I say. Here. This is connected to someone's leg with the boot. And there's a drawing. See that drawing? That's a Summer Moon Wells Missing Children's, right there, signature. That is a total signature. It's so sad. And then make a full circle back to these guys. It makes a full circle back to what we saw from the beginning. That's that Eaton guy that people were talking about for a millisecond, and then all of a sudden Benny Keys decided to talk about him and then realized, oh shit, maybe he shouldn't have talked about him. Well, this is what he looks like. He looks like all the other people telling the story in their videos. His stories, like, it's, I don't understand. But they all match. They all match. And I'm keeping this in the presentation. These are important. And that is Tim Mullen in the middle. All of these are the same, you guys. Everything that I show you in each photo tells the same story. This here tells the same story as Lori Vallow's daughter. As Amber Alert, Amber Hagerman, and as the middle of the guy that's the Idaho 4. This is all the same. Nothing has changed in years. Years. Sure, that will be the number 5 that lights up, that's trying to light up there. because it's always been the number 5 that lights up. So this is from years and years ago, and it's coming through here. That's the same lit up 5 is showing in BTK in Tim Mullins. It's what it is. All of these are vehicles and roadways to find the children. This here, what you see here, is what it was built off of. Built off of all of those fake freaking cars. And I say, oh my God, like there's the edges again, and everything that they're doing is based off of this guy. This guy. Right here. Let's see what it says. This guy here is what it's all based off of. This. Let's see. Too much brightness. This way? What does it say? There's the R. Wait. See, this is this. This is everything. Five goes this way. See. Five goes this way. So this is what it's all based off of. I keep turning it because it does tell different parts of the story the way you turn it. And this is just like what the windows look like, the holes look like, the car rim, the maroon rim. It's wait, let me see the other ones. So some of these look different from each other. So this one, Isn't that unbelievable how it's just all the same? I think it's crazy how all of this is the same. So I have Benny's picture here because what's coming out of his neck is a major element. It looks just like that. So that's like, to me, the best of my abilities. You're going to see that stick. It's a real important stick. It looks just like that. And this is John Wayne Gacy, you guys. I really going to probably dig deeper into this. But to me, they're the same. They're the same. All of this to me is the same. This here are the same bits of information. Here, here, all of it. I believe that this is as close to what the summer moon wells look like. And I believe that this is her. I'm showing you the things that I'm going to stick with. Forgot why I stuck that in there. That's why. This is summer moon, and what you see to the right is a fairly good photo of what this stuff looks like. Like, I don't know if they have it in a game electronically, but these people are shown as if their heads are in little teeny sections and they're like in cylinders. And that's what this shows over here. And that's how I see summer moon to the left. I see a resemblance in everything that I see in these three photos. Madeline McCain had that on her as well, those three little prongs, and so did the Watts kids. This is John Wayne Gacy. You guys, this goes back years and years and years. What they're showing here is the same information. What you see to the left, like I told you, that comes from the Carnival Guys video, and I see this is all the same information. The drawings and the doodles are important. What they're pulling out of the ground or the water or whatever they're taking this stuff up and out from, to me is the same thing that was sacrificed and shown in that Stein videos. And I'm keeping both of this as part of my presentation always. And this here has been added back because I feel as if this shows the story. And there's a story to be told within this video that I really need to go back and kind of do a refocus on it. because this here and this here to me are the same thing. The only difference is the one on the bottom right isn't laying on this thing yet. And the one in the upper left-hand corner is the equipment back there. That's what that sacrifice is laying on. So this I'll go over, but this has become a permanent piece of my story. It's important to get those elements, for me to get the elements and show them to you guys where it's the best to my ability that I could show you. Right? It has to be. That's the only way I could get my solid plan and story down, is to show you what something looks like to the best that I could show you. And that's what I'm doing here. That's what I'm hoping to do, right? All this information is getting tighter and tighter and closer to, like I said, bringing it down to 1 or 2 photos that will tell the story. That's my goal, because I've hundreds of photos. Thousands, I should say. And I want to get the crispest, the most crisp, clearest photo, and not one that is clouded or blurry. And as you could see, I'm able to do that. I'm able to get clear photos that you could see really well. Super important. Really important. I am going to call it a night. And I really hope that every night that I go over information and, share to the best that I can information that in hopes will bring justice to the kids. That's what I hope for. And that's my purpose. So I feel when I show information on a case like William, and the information matches the cases here, I feel they're worth looking into. Because if the authorities are paying attention, the stuff that's in William's videos is nothing more than a SUMMERWELLS missing child. I really wish that you guys would ask yourself these questions. Why would the police all of a sudden have a hat on their head that has a V? Where in the beginning of the video, it doesn't say that. Or how is it that an element like this could show up in the middle of a grassy tree and match WCIA Network's family's elements. I mean, that's the stuff that I could go on and on and on and on and on about. On and on. I don't know. Those are the things that I just don't understand that are not being asked. How can I show a man looking like this inside and discussing a case like Williams that is so well known and no one flinch? That's normal. That's normal. All of this is normal. It's not normal. It is not normal. On that note, I am calling it quits. Oh, thank you, Muffin Top, Bernadette, Sassafras. Everyone stayed to listen. As you can tell, I'm falling asleep. I'm done. Hi, Rachel. Videos. I don't know if I said hello. So I will get back on and just keep doing this over and over and over. But understand that if they want to bring justice home, these locations are the locations to go look at. This what I showed tonight is as close as you're going to get to elements that are right in front of our faces. They're right there. Go follow the paper. Go follow the paper trail. Follow the maps. Look back at John Wayne Gacy's and compare it. I think there's a lot of information there that you could use. You guys, I am done. My throat is done. Thank you all for being here, and I hope that this makes a difference. Really, really hope it makes a difference. Everyone, have a wonderful night. Have a wonderful day if you're first waking up. May justice come to these children real soon. Real soon. It'd be a wonderful day to hear that this stuff was looked into and matched up, especially with the maps. I love you all. God bless you all. We shall see you all tomorrow. Good night, folks.